Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Korban, as always, and today we're in Cologne, or in Köln, as the Germans say, and the Swedes. Swedish is, after all, a Germanic language, so I can speak a little German, although I had terrible grades in German in school. Was not interested in the slightest of learning German, so but I guess I can get around in German and make myself somewhat understood. I can understand German, so something that a lot of people have been surprised by in the past when I've been out traveling. So anyway, Köln and Panthers. That in itself is a bit on the epic side. And why, you ask? Well, it has to do with a duel that took place in Köln between a Panther tank and an M26 Pershing. And I believe that that is the first footage that was ever recorded live in history where the M26 Pershing went into action. So it's kind of cool. I'll link down in the video description to that documentary where you can see the whole thing. And I'm not gonna show it to you here because that would be copyright infringement and stuff. So instead, we'll have our own little dual video in Köln. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any M26 Pershings, although the Panther D versus the M26 would be a even duel, I guess. Instead, we're here street fighting in the Panther, and I'm really lucky that I have 3 tigers with me, otherwise I would have been dead, I don't know, minutes ago. But now I had the tanks around me to take hits for me, so I could put my 75mm long-barreled cannon to good use on the tanks down this road. Speaking of tanks around me, how many of you would like to see me do another Tiger video? I've been itching to do one lately, and I've been thinking about it, but I haven't really gotten around to do another Tiger video. But I'm definitely really thinking about it. Meanwhile, let's have a look at this duel against Churchill Mark 7, a really brutal tank. No, that is Black Prince, yeah. Sorry about that. First shot goes straight into the gun mantlet, and I disabled the tanks and killed the gunner. So I know that I can take my time, so you drive straight out into the street and then aim carefully to hit the weak spot or the flat bits of the turret, because I know my 75mm cannon will get through without problem. And then I surprise this little T-34 around the corner. Hello, kleiner Panzer. How are you today? Right into the machine gun port. And the second after, he gets popped by a tiger coming in behind him. Not his day today. Seems like it is a T-34 model 1942. And don't ask me what he is doing in this battle. But he did not have a great game. So yeah. If you want me to make a Tiger video where I shred people in the Tiger, please say so in the comments and I'll get around to do it. And I thought about making this video into a how to Sidecrape video, but I have some segments of the video where I don't even Sidecrape at all, so it wouldn't be a good how to Sidecrape around corners and deal with enemy tanks video. But we'll get around to that, and if you don't know how to Sidecrape in a tank, I'll show you that in half a minute or so once I've returned back to the long street. I realized that we're under the threat of being flanked severely at our cap, or from our cap, and so I move back because I believe that there might be tanks moving up along this street, although at the moment I'm typing, so don't ask me what I'm doing. Just trying to be nice to that Panzer IV who covered my bacon as I turned around. Once out on the street, I spot T-34s moving up, and I stop and I take 2 shots. And what I do next is that I go into cover, because there are multiple enemies, and if I park next to the building, as close to the building as I can, I will limit their field of view. Unfortunately, I get detract here, so I'm kind of stuck. Otherwise, I would have moved up to the building over on the left of the Corsairs, and then I would have Sidecrape out around the corner from there. But as I said, we'll get around to more side scraping later. So for now, please notice how I have put my tank at the slight angle. And that was really something that the more experienced Panzer commanders did with their tanks. They put them up in the diamond position, because if you did that in a Panther, the upper glacis would transform into something like 200 millimeters of effective armor, so not that easy to get through, not even for the heaviest of Russian tanks. But, or as I did fear, their cap has been retaken, and then we get overrun, and my teammate who held my back, the Panzer IV, got knocked out. And although a cornered wolf is a dangerous beast, and I do want to fight back and win this game, I'm done for. I can't do anything here. And yeah, it's game over from here. We're on fire, can't return fire, can't turn around the turret, I can't do anything. So, dead in the water here, and yeah, that's it for this game. So let's have another go at Cologne or Cologne and see how we fare in the next game. I was lucky to get another game in Cologne right after, and that was when I started thinking about maybe I should have a Panthers in Cologne video. That would be kind of cool. And this time, I promise you, I will do some proper side scraping, and we'll get more into that, and I'll show you how to side scrape properly in the game. Meanwhile, we're almost repeating the same scenario once again, but this time there's not that many tanks coming up this street, and I do make it over to the corner here, and this time I get to set up in a proper side scrape position. And what you do is that you go up to the corner and then you reverse out at a slight angle, and what that does is that it will give you additional effective armor at all sides, except for the turret, but the turret is sloped anyway. And here's the tank. It seems like it is a Su-85. Can't tell exactly what variant though. He messes up, he fires right into the ground. I only need one more shot to put him out of business, so that's it for him. And he goes up in a ball of fire. And yeah, this is tank on tank combat 101. The first tank who spots the enemy has the upper hand. First tank who gets to shoot at the enemy has the upper hand. First tank that gets into a more favorable position than the other enemy has an upper hand. And so I had all 3 of those components in that duel. I also had a better gun and better armor on my tank, so I had all the advantages there. So it was an unfair fight, but that's the way tank on tank warfare should be. It should be unfair. If you're giving the enemy a fair fight, you're doing it wrong. So never give the enemy a fair fight. Set up in a nice ambush position, knock out the enemy, then you move up. Then you counterattack. That's the German way of fighting in an armored vehicle. Defense first, then attack. And don't get me wrong, you know, the Germans really did play very aggressively in their... they did use their tanks aggressively because they had to. But once they were on the defensive, they set up nice ambushes and then they counterattacked. Always counterattacked. And meanwhile, we've gone off to the corner here. I found myself a nice little gas black truck. Put 2 AP rounds into him, and then I get pissed off because I can't kill him. So I switch over to HE, and that's a done deal. 1 shell. Put up some flanking support with my own RT here, because I suspect that there might be tanks moving up on my side. Also check the corner, check the flank, but there's none over there. And we're getting RT'd, and I'm suspecting that that is the AAA truck that just spawned in again, and he's putting down RT on my position. Could be someone else as well. And oh yeah, another thing you want to accomplish in a tank-on-tank duel is that you don't want a duel at all. You want superior numbers against their tanks, their vehicles. Let's say you're in a 4 versus 1 situation, then you're doing it completely right at all points. That's what you want. And I spot that Panther moving up, then I take a hit. Don't really know from where, and then I spot this T-44 right in the road here. He's firing. Seems like he's having troubles with reloading, but I don't care. I'll kill him anyway. Not proud. He did have the element of surprise there, but he threw it away. Could not kill me with his first shot. And that was fortunate for me, because I could put in some very critical damage into his tank. And here's another shot that really cripples the tank. Oh, he can only fire his machine gun, and that won't hurt my Panther. Fire down the barrel, and I knock out his entire crew in the turret there. So, a fairly good shot. And lucky as well. And there's the Panther that was on my flank. He moved up. Turns out that he had an epic encounter here, where he shredded 2 tanks, a T-34 and a SU-85, sorry. Might have been a SU-122 as well. So that was a really good engagement from his side. And yeah, we move up through the ruins of Cologne. Cologne had been getting bombed during 1944 and 45 by the American and the British up till this point. This is in March 1945, by the way, as the US troops move up through the Ruhr area and try to get a bridge hold on the eastern side of the Rhine River. Most cities in Western Germany got bombed. And I surprised this T-34 85. Maybe you noticed how I knew that he was there, and I suspected that he would drive right into my field of view, so I just parked and stayed put, because I knew that he was preoccupied with the tank he was dueling at the moment. And we're actually losing the game at this point, although we've done everything right so far. Haven't taken anything else than light thread damage to my tank. So I've done everything right. I've angled the tank, I've deflected shots, I haven't really missed any shots, any crucial shots. So we're definitely having a good game here. But the enemy is capping, and they've taken the zone, so we need to recap that and retake the zone. And I scan for targets here, but there's nothing but burnt out husks here. I get reinforcements from that tiger as well, so I decide to move up. I can see that he's turning to my right, so I try to go around on the left side. That's a Tiger 1E, by the way. And I'm suspecting that the enemy tank is up here, and sure enough, he takes some kind of hit from my left side. So I traverse the turret around, and just boom, dead. Aim for the turret, turns out I hit the ammo rack, and in the process I knock out all the crew in the turret. So that's another kill for the day. And I do have some company over here, so I can safely park at the secure place and cap the zone. So we'll cut here, and I'll get back to you once we've taken the zone and we've made some progress out of the cap circle. So 30 seconds or so later, we've capped the zone, and now we're moving up towards their spawn, and taking it easy here because I suspect that there might be enemy tanks moving up along the street towards my position. And if I was a Russian player who was keen on still fighting, I would move up through these piles of rubble. And sure enough, there's a tank right there. So wait, fire, shot is deflected though. I don't even get a hit for my troubles. And once I fire again, split second earlier, my tiger mate knocks him out. So yeah, didn't even get an assist out of that engagement, but it was an engagement against me. He was focusing in on me. Fortunately, I had a tiger with me there. I could just knock out that tank without much of an issue, really. So we move up. I spot more vehicles. Here's a flak truck who derps up. He runs up on a pile of rubble or into a building. I move up to get a kill assist or something like that if I can. But yeah, hit nothing there. Shots go straight through the vehicle, and he's done for. So no kill assist there, but I don't mind. You know, I have 5 kills already, so that's more than what I had expected from this game, considering the fact that I was alone during large portions of it. And when you're alone, you don't tend to get a lot of kills, or you do get a vast amount of kills. It depends, you know, it varies. But as a rule, when you're alone at the flank and there's no teammates around, you tend to get knocked out. And there's a Yak 90 who harasses me for the rest of the video. Perhaps that was the T-3485 driver who comes back to take revenge. I would guess that it is so. And but nothing really happens during the rest of the video, so we'll probably wrap it up here. I hope you have enjoyed these videos, guys, and if you didn't know how to side scrape, I hope that you've learned that by now. And as always, I do appreciate your support, and it's really nice to see that many of you like these videos that I make. It means a lot, really. Let me know if you want me to make a tiger video. Personally, I think that would be a funny thing to do. So when Corpen thinks that something is funny, he tends to have a good time, and good times tends to lead to good videos. So Yak 90 shows up again, knocks out another thread of a tank. And before I go, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that. I think tomorrow I'll post the next episode of the Long Dark series, so you have that to look forward to. But those videos takes a long time to get up on YouTube. It takes something like 26 hours. Anyway, see you guys around. Have a good day.